What's going on, guys? Today we'll be talking about Aphria and its bad earnings report. So Aphria dropped over 12.6% today on the Canadian side, and on the American side, they've dropped 13.27%. But before we look at Aphria, I just want to ask you guys to give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So it's not only looking red for Aphria, it looks like we have a pretty red market overall. We have the S&P 500 down 0.27%, Dow Jones is down 0.26%, Nasdaq is down 0.4%, Russell 2000 is down 0.58%. We even have crude oil down 1.08%. Even gold and silver seem to be down today. So it seems to be like a red day overall in the market. And it's not just Aphria that's down today. Maybe Aphria brought the rest of the sector down, but we have Aurora Cannabis down 4.73%, Canopy Growth down 3.76%, Tilray is down 7.39%. Tilray is now at $49. So this is the first time in a very long time we've seen Tilray go under $50. We have Hexo down 4.76%, Cron down 7.86%. So it's a very red day in the sector. And it doesn't end there. We can go even more. Pineapple Express is down 25.93% as the biggest loser on my watch list. Helix, ticker symbol HLIX, is down 13.6%. THTC, Therapeutics Inc., is down 14.98%. And of course, Aphria, 13.47%. Pure Global Cannabis is down 10.26%. Ticker symbol ZBISF is down 9.8%. Alkaline Water is down 10%. KBEV is down 8%. AMR is down 8%. So it's a very red day overall, but let's just not be looking at all the negatives. We have a lot of big winners today. Biopath Holdings, ticker symbol BPTH, is up 36.7%. Ryu Apparel is up 18.4%. Ticker symbol MDRM is up 17.5%. AUSA, Australia's Capital, is up 11.2%. BioCure Technology is up 10.5%. IGNG is up 10% today. So we do have a few companies up in the green. Most of these companies are penny stocks though. So today we're going to be talking about Aphria stock. And why did Aphria crash? Of course, if you guys are paying attention to the headlines, we all know that Aphria has released disappointing earnings. So right here we have Aphria charts, and this was the previous uptrending support line. So Aphria was uptrending on this line, and of course this uptrend has broke. Ever since that, we started trading sideways using the $14 line as a support, and this is all in Canadian dollars. I'll show you guys the American side as well. Right here, this blue line, this is my position in Aphria. I currently own Aphria at around $8.58. I can show you guys real quick. This is my Aphria position, 300 shares at around $8.58. I'm still in the green, only up 35% now. I've already collected a lot of profits with Aphria. I used to hold 1,000 shares of Aphria, now only holding on to 300. So I'm pretty glad I've collected profits when I did. Unfortunately, my position has gone down from being green 50 to 80% to now only 35%. So that is very disappointing. Right here, we've seen a previous support line, which I do believe could start acting as a resistance line, and that's around $12.30. And this could possibly be our next support line, which is around $10.15. Aphria now has a market cap of 3.36 billion. I don't think this PE ratio is correct no more because Aphria is no longer a profitable company. We'll look into the numbers of Aphria right now. But first, let's look at the American side. So this is the American side. Aphria is currently sitting at $8.73. We do seem to have a resistance right here at about $9. So we're going to see if Aphria breaks above this resistance. This resistance was previously acting as a support, and now our new support could probably be this one right here at around $8.10. So we're going to be keeping an eye at this $8.10 resistance line, this $9 support. Of course, the same pattern. This was previously acting as the uptrending support. Then Aphria started trading sideways, and of course, we've had very horrible earnings. One thing I do see is there's a huge gap down, so I won't be surprised to see Aphria eventually fill in that gap. Am I saying Aphria is currently a buy? It's definitely a huge risk buying at this point. I definitely won't be buying at this point. The only point I'll be buying at is if it ever reaches closer to this blue line, which is the line that I currently own it at. So anything below $9, I would consider Aphria a buy, and that's $9 Canadian. As of now, I'm just holding on to my position. I'll be keeping an eye on whether Aphria starts uptrending or continues to downtrend. So technical analysis for Aphria, let's take a look at it. Currently a sell, and a strong sell, probably due to those disappointing earnings. 1 minute is also a sell, sell, strong sell. So Aphria currently, technical analysis for Aphria is a sell. So we're going to dive into their numbers right now. So shares of Aphria were down 12.9% as of 11:30 a.m. So after Aphria announced its fiscal 2019 third quarter earnings results before the bell, Aphria reported revenue of 73.6 million Canadian dollars, reflecting quarter-over-quarter growth of 240%. Aphria reported revenue of 73.6 million dollars, that's Canadian dollars, reflecting quarter-over-quarter growth of 200% and year-over-year growth of 617%. So that's about the only positive we've seen in these earnings reports, which is pretty good. Revenue of $73.6 million, up 240% from the previous quarter, up 617% from the previous year, from last year. You would think that because of these numbers, investors would have been less disappointed. But let's move on. With that kind of strong sales growth, why were investors disappointed? For one thing, Aphria posted a big net loss, $108.2 million, after achieving profit in the prior year period. The company also badly missed analyst consensus estimates of revenue of $85.2 million. I do want to keep talking about the numbers. We're going to go back to this after. So some more numbers. The company also reported a decline in numbers of kilograms sold to 2,636.5 kilograms sold from 3,408.9 kilograms. However, the average selling price increased to $8.03 per gram from $7.51 per gram. And the increase was driven by the higher cannabis oil sales, while the average price of adult use cannabis fell to $5.14 from $6.32, thanks to the company's shift to smaller packages size. The company reported 617 increase year over year. We have already talked about that. And the company lost 81.1 million in the quarter of 43 cents per share after reporting a profit of 8 cents a year earlier. Let's look at some more numbers. The company said it took a $50 million non-cash impairment charge on its Latin assets that were acquired last September and later became the subject of a review by a special committee. That review was sparked by a report from short sellers Quintessential Capital and Hindenburg Research, who said 280 million deal involving companies in Argentina, Colombia, and Jamaica raised red flags as the research suggested the assets were worthless. The committee found conflicts of interest for some board members that were not disclosed on the board, as MarketWatch reported in February. So Aphria's earnings show a quarterly loss exceeding $100 million, negative margins, decreased production volume, regulatory scrutiny, and a large write-off for its Latin American acquisition, which we think will be the first of many, Gabriel Grego of Quintessentials told MarketWatch on Monday. As our research showed, the company's actual performance was not what they were telling the market. We respect the new management team, which is undertaking the challenging job of fixing the dire situation left behind by their predecessors. Separately, Aphria said it has entered into a series of deals to accelerate the expiry date of the unsolicited offer launched by Green Growth Brands. So overall, earnings were very disappointed, which explains the 13.47% drop right now. And who knows if it's going to continue to drop. We could look closer at these charts. We'll look at the 5-minute charts. It looks like we had a huge drop in the morning, immediately bounced back up, and then immediately followed by a huge decline. I do think we're going to be using this $9 line as a resistance right now. So we're going to see. It's too early to tell whether Aphria will continue to drop. One thing is we do have a huge gap here, which I do believe it's going to eventually be filled. Might not be today, might not be next week, but this gap is going to be filled eventually. At least that's what I'm assuming. As of now, would I recommend anyone buying Aphria after this drop? I would never recommend anyone to do something I wouldn't do. So I'm not picking up Aphria shares until they go below $9 Canadian. So you guys could do the math, divide that by 1.33. You know what? I'll just do it for you. So $9 Canadian equals $6.76 American. So unless Aphria went below that price, I personally wouldn't be buying. It's never guaranteed to go that low. So looking ahead, Aphria has also said it has entered into a series of transactions that will accelerate the expiry date of Green Growth's offer and will provide up to additional of $89 million of liquidity to the company without dilution of shareholders. The company also named 2 new members to its board, Walter Robb, a former Whole Foods CEO, co-CEO, and a David Hopkinson, Real Madrid's global head of partnership. Also, Aphria is still in the early stages of its life cycle as a competitor in Canada's legal cannabis market and in the international medical cannabis business. The company's Q2 results only included a couple of weeks of adult use recreational sales In Canada, Q3 was a full quarter of unrestricted sales in this important market. The company added capacity should help it tremendously later this year. Aphria was one of only 3 producers to receive approval by the German government to cultivate cannabis in that country. So despite its disappointing Q3 results, it still appears to have significant upside potential over the long run. So my overall opinion right now, I do believe Aphria has the potential to go all the way back down to $10.15. But even if it goes that low, I personally won't be buying. That might be a great opportunity for someone else. But for me, I won't be buying unless I see Aphria go below $9 right here. And I'll draw a line for you guys. Anything below $9, I would consider buying, but it also depends on the news. What if something else happens to Aphria? Maybe the short sellers come out with something else, then maybe I'd be more concerned. But if these prices are just continue to drop because of these earnings, I will definitely consider picking up after $9. As of now, I do consider this $10 to be a support line. We'll be seeing if Aphria even goes that low. It could just bounce off this $11 line right here. So we'll be keeping an eye on Aphria. As of now, I personally will be holding on to my shares. Let me know what you guys think, what you think about these earnings, whether you guys have picked up shares at these prices or whether you guys are selling. Anyways, that's it for now, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.